Hi there! Have you ever been thinking, what the heck should I do for my product next? How can I take my Amazon product to the next level now? Or even worse, have you ever been thinking, why my sales are going down? Or even worse, my sales are going up, and how can I replicate my growth? Have you ever wondered what's the next action for your Amazon product to take the product to the next level? So if you are interested on an easy way to find it out anytime you want, then stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, and of course, if you like the video, then thumbs up, man. I mean, thank you so much. Now, let's go to the content. Just gonna go start right now. So anyway, as you see on my screen that I'm showing the continuous improvement cycle, and it's like a process of whenever you start making money, or you actually making money, then either you know or you don't know, you have these inside your business. The more conscious you are on about continuous improvement cycle, the more you can learn and the less you can work. So the more conscious you are about these day-to-day activities that include continuous improvement cycle, then the faster you get to automation and freedom. And let me explain why and how. So have you ever been puzzled thinking, what should I do next for my product, for example? Like everybody has. I know I have. I'm just product is selling, everything seems fine, but what should I do next? Well, I don't know. Right? So, or wait, my sales went down. Why? What can I do to restore them, right? I remember selling so much more than I'm selling now. Like, does anyone have this situation? I have, like, many times. And you know what? The worst part is, like, I don't know why. And do you want to work smart or hard, right? The question is really simple, like, meaning every time you work, you become smarter and smarter and work less and less. Like, who doesn't want that, right? Right? And that's why we need these routines that will force you to think smart. The word force is extremely important here. They force you to think smart, and they learn from your own actions and grow constantly. Routines will set you free, or if you lack of routines, will set you into mess and a prison. And because before we can get to the right answers, we must start asking the right questions. And the worst part is that when your sales are going up, you don't know why. If your sales are going down, you don't know why. If you do something and you don't even realize what happened after you have done it, then basically you just did something and you don't even know what happened and what's the consequence of the action, which means that you might have a good action, or maybe you just wasted your time. And that's why we need to build these routines which force you to think smart. There's a saying that you don't change how people think, but you give them tools which will change their thinking. And these are these routines, which can also be called as recurring actions inside your business, which has to force people to adapt, learn, and change and implement change inside the business. And so I want to talk about one of these recurring actions, which is really not used a lot. So I made a good name for this. It's aggressive bulldozer number 1. I call it, it's a tool. It's an AB1 tool, which is in short, which will enable you to think smart. Actually, it forces you to think smart and forces you to act smart. And basically, the AB1 tool is a KPI sheet where you need to input numbers weekly basis so you can track the trends of these numbers, trends. So we collect these figures weekly: sessions, sales, conversions of sales price, negative reviews received, and average review score, and stock rewarding time. Really simple, basic stuff, right? That's how it looks like. It's really a recurring action that you need to fill once per week per one product on one marketplace. Why? Let me explain you. Again, it's a recurring action that forces you to start thinking, because people, when you say to me that, oh yeah, I'm looking these sessions and sales from the Seller Central and these Helium 10 tools, you know, BS. You are not looking at, maybe you just glimpse on them. Do you think about them? No. Thinking starts when you have a comparison information. Thinking starts when you put into something into some place where it has comparison from the past. And it is really simply to put, the benefits of the bulldozer is really simple. If you start putting session, sales, conversion rate, sales price, negative reviews received, review score into a particular table, we can also see we have here how much stock left, how much stock lasts with these sales, and what's the lead time. This is number 7 here. So the benefits of adding these numbers to the really simple spreadsheet is really simple. You can start experimenting. You know, you see results from your actions, changes, various KPIs. It's a continuous improvement cycle. Let me give you an example. You ask me, what do we do with the product that I have selling right now? Well, why don't you change your price, for example, for $1? Let's see what's going to happen with your sessions, sales, conversion rates, and maybe you start getting more reviews. I don't know. What if you want to increase your conversion rate? What if you do the little change in the images and make a note on that particular week? Let's say the line number 2 on the conversion rate 17.88. You make a note there that I changed all the images in the listing, and see what's going to happen in the next 4 weeks. So what I want to say is that you know what do you need to improve on your listing if ranks sales are not good, because you can now experiment things and you can start building action cycles that you can deploy on improve any KPIs. Review score is low. If you start practicing different abilities how to get better reviews, you start creating action cycles about it. Conversion rate. Do you have an action cycles to improve conversion rate? Maybe there's specific 10 to 5 actions that you can take. And now when you start, if you have experimented that like week to week basis and see how numbers really change after you take an action, then what happens? You become smarter, right? And you are working now on the system. You don't do things randomly, right? Like the worst part is that sometimes you're working on the products and you don't even notice that your good product A, like product A, the best-selling product, sessions are actually going down week by week. This is like even the worst part. And you know, believe me, if you're telling me that, oh, I'm going to Seller Central, looking my numbers there, BS, ain't working. I know it's not working. So, because you need to have a comparison information. If you don't put, by the way, I don't want any of you to put information to that table. Your VA should do that. Your job is to look for this type of numbers every week per product and actually ask yourself, why my conversion rate went from 68 to 17%. Maybe I can take an action on it. Maybe now 4 weeks already it's like 17%. What happened? Maybe you got a bad review on your first page, right? Maybe your review score went down, right? Like maybe if you can do the experimentation on improving different KPIs, sessions, maybe you want to do new ads, play around with indexing, add new keywords. What if you did that for 2 hours and now make a note on that table and then look back on that action 2 or 3 weeks? Then what if you learn from it and now you can always confidently start doing the same action in order to improve your sessions. Does it happen without experimentation like this? Ever not. Never not. People just do things and hope for the best. Well, not continuous improvement cycle. Then you also have this, in the bulldozer tool, we have also this totals, which has all the, for USA total, for example, you can see how different marketplaces totals allow you to share your time more wisely. If you don't have that in front of you, week by week basis again, you don't know that. Maybe your France is produced like $5,000 profit every week, and now it's actually already last 5 weeks, it's already 1,500. Do you think that you actually go? I mean, you will not notice that. It is not easy to notice. If you have many products and many marketplaces, and also people to deal with, ain't gonna happen. So you have to actually know where you share your time on between marketplaces as well. So totals on that spreadsheet, which I'm gonna show you later, was also there. The big picture bird eye view on a whole market. Again, what's your whole market doing? Stock supply helps to calculate how much money is on hold, and is it too much or too little? Just one thing. You also need to know how much money you have on hold, right? And so you can set your standards and levels to different stocks and different amount of stocks you want to have actually. So the tool looks really simple. So this is how it looks in general. And like I said, I don't want you guys to fill this out. This is something that your VA does, really simple. And if you have a product line owner, then obviously this is their major task, because their sales, their KPI, main KPI is basically this area here, which they get also sales and commission from, right? And of course, like all these KPIs reflect sales, or influence sales. And if you don't know how to time by time, experiment things and improve these KPIs, change the KPIs with various actions, you will always play the game of hope. Play game of hope is game of lose. You always play not to lose. Instead of writing here, let's say here, I'm gonna do right here like a note. I just indexed 20 new keywords, created ads for blah, 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 and what else? Input, yeah, and maybe that's it. So now you have a note here, and after 2 weeks, you see how it's gonna start changing things, right? Or maybe you're working, anyway, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but that's the whole point of the A1 tab, which is called aggressive bulldozer number 1, which means that you're supposed to, if listing just stands there, nobody looking at it, nobody experimenting anything, you're losing valuable time. You're supposed to experiment. Come on, how difficult is it to change 50 cents your listing price per 1 month if you're not doing anything on that listing? And then you see in 4 weeks how this 50 cents will change your sessions, sales, conversion rates, everything, right? So experimentation and smart decision making and smartly sharing your time amongst the products is extremely valuable thing. And believe me, if you're looking on the Seller Central, on these numbers, you don't see trends, nothing gonna happen. So this is one of the things I want you guys to really think about and start using the tool. This is in the module number 6 on our training site. Now again, you have to catch bad trends, experimentation tracker. You have to work smart, not hard. So you have to see trends of your actions as well. And again, you want to catch bad trends as quickly as possible, and you want to do completely wrong and spend time on the products while maybe the good products are dying, because you just don't know that your good products are dying. And again, like it's important to have awareness and a good dashboard on your products on a weekly basis. Sit down, look at the KPIs, experiment, drive priorities, and set better plans for the week. Simply as put, that's why the aggressive bulldozer exists. Now we have a second tool that goes even deeper. And can you see my amazing Brainiac number 2 picture? Anyone? Anyone?
Yes.
All right, cool. Just want to confirm I'm still here. Image is going. So anyway, so the second tool that drives continuous improvement is, again, I think pretty mandatory for every single Amazon seller. But then again, people doing it differently. And if you tell me that you're looking this or watching this from the Helium tools or other tools, whatever tools, Seller Central, I'm not going to believe that, because that's not going to work. And so Amazing Brainiac is a tool which digs even deeper, makes you even more smarter. And it's a weekly recurring action. It means that this is, again, a continuous improvement cycle, which forces you to act, prioritize, and think differently. If you don't do it, what happens? Nobody's forcing you anymore. You work on random things and random actions, and you hope for the best. But hope is always not the best strategy, right? And so, again, please explain, don't freak out. Okay? So before we go to that, so what I want to say is that I'm going to quickly explain the table that your VA should fill, by the way, every week. And I have also like SOP, and actually the tool, you can fill it really quickly. So you don't really need to go crazy with this stuff. Again, we see average rankings because we want to know, when we launch our product, what we want to know is what is our game. You cannot be on top of million keywords immediately with your 300 to 500 units. Forget about it. The faster you define scope or road or your game, which are your keywords, the faster you get to organic sales, because you choose your game. You don't want to play everywhere. I'm going to dominate on that one keyword right now, right? So we need to pick our game after launching our product, where we collect information. So this table helps us to do what? First of all, we're looking things on a weekly basis. These are week trends. We're looking exact match single keywords from the ad campaigns, which we choose after launch. Then we put those things into that table. We're looking at ranking on these particular keywords, organic ranks, impressions that we are getting, clicks that we are getting, click-to rates that ads are giving us, ACOS, cost per clicks, conversion rate on each specific keywords, and how many units we have sold in the last 7 days. Now, guys, like, this is important because you have to pick your target keywords to dominate as soon as possible, because if you try to please everyone, if you try to rank everywhere, you may up ending ranking nowhere. And the reason you hold, by having this information on a weekly basis in front of you, you hold the power by observing the trends, while you can also experiment and become smarter with every move. You can run rebate campaigns and see how does it work on your impressions, right? You can change main image and see how it shows on the click-through rate, right? Same thing, experimentation here is the key element. Secondly, ads, they usually make 40 to 60% of the sales. Now, guys, if you don't take control of your 40 to 60% of your sales by simply observing and trying to get these units sold by ads up with on the right places with right profitability, then what are we talking about? You are losing already 40 to 60% of sales, right? And the thing is that if you are looking these keywords here, you already can say, well, my product listing is good, bad, average, well done, not well done, or maybe it is mostly not good, but on certain keywords, it's really good. This particular table gives you positioning. Positioning means that, again, people who try to become successful and don't know what success is are not able to become successful. So on Amazon, success is what? Organic rank. That's it. Like organic rank, #1 organically ranking on a keyword. This is success on Amazon. Like simply to put, that's it. That's what you want. You want to be, if someone types in a keyword, you want to be #1. That is what is success on Amazon. Now, if you don't know your keywords and your rankings on your keywords and how these rankings are changing weekly basis on your main keywords, which are producing you money and sales, you're playing the game of hope. And you can, again, if ads are making such a huge impact in our business, we have to catch bad trends on falling down the ranks by being able to turn on the juice on every keyword. You want to be #1. Let me repeat that again. You have to be able, if you're making money on Amazon, you better know where. You know, this is the table which shows where. You know why? Because it's a proof from the ads. Now, what happens if you don't catch bad trends falling down the ranks on these keywords? Nothing, you lose sales, right? But if you have awareness around that, awareness around your keywords where you are organically ranking up, and these keywords have huge, significant search volume, you better be able to turn on the juice if rankings goes down. And that's what most professional Amazon sellers do. They hold position. They acquire more position and they are holding more position. And they are literally crazy on observing their positions. Now we are going far away from playing hope game now, because they know exactly where they're ranking, and if they're falling down, they turn on juice on that particular keyword and they get back their own rankings. Now, the question is really simple. Recurring actions, in a minute, let me finish, then we can go. So the question is really simple. Which type of Amazon seller are you? So I know I've seen many times people are just ignoring to get numbers into those spreadsheets because it's a tedious job. And in ours, we have actually like the pivot table, the system where you can get these Amazon ads information to the table with just snap. And you can find it from the members area, how to get that information from the ads to the table really fast. And so the question is like, are you the Amazon seller who wants to be in control and in power, who holds information as power? Information for you is a power, and not just information on the Helium or fucking Seller Central. Sorry, it's information which is which you can see trends, and I'm really kind of like ecstatic and like even like how to say emotional about this information because I see even when my own employees are not holding information as a power, I'm getting so angry because information enables you to jump into smart conclusions and actions. You don't do random stuff anymore. Information will tell you this product is going down, this KPI is going down, this, you see, it took 4 weeks ago actions, these sessions are going up, now rankings are going down there, now do this, now there you need to do the rebate, there you need to improve review score, and that particular product you need to do that. So why are we figuring out things if the numbers can tell us that on a weekly basis, and we don't even need to get those numbers? So we can learn from every decision and action, and we can work less and gain more. Or second option is that hope is my strategy. Means that says usually the person who tracks information on tools, you know, means that, yeah, I'm looking my rankings on Helium. I'm looking my conversion rates on Seller Central. Well, it's nice to do if you do that, but you know, ain't working. Information has to have a comparison data. Not even aware KPIs of trends, profit generating keywords, ranking trends. Like many, it's just incredible for me how people, like they say they know the rankings, but actually they don't know squat. They don't know, because they don't track trends. Of course, yeah, let me show you. I'm going to my tool and showing my keyword data here. I know few keywords, actually I'm number one. Sometimes I'm typing in those keywords. Yeah, I'm checking, I'm still number one. But is it catching a trend? No. So basically it brings all the wondering all the time what to do. And it always is reinventing the bicycle, because whatever you do, you don't consciously learn from it unless you write it down somewhere specifically and you consciously doing that experimentation. And that's why we have those tables, because we don't need to write down experimentations on separate places anymore. We can put them on the numbers which we want to either change, increase, or decrease. And that's about it. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you liked the video, of course, thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much. And of course, if you want to know more about how to build business, how to build remote teams, how to manage Amazon people remotely, how to keep them organized to grow your business, then subscribe to our channel. And by the way, if you want to talk to me, if you want me to help you, then find the link from the members from the description area. Ciao.